Hey whiz kids, welcome back to Buzz Blast. Today, we're diving into a book that can completely transform the way you connect with others, How to Win Friends and Influence People, by Dale Carnegie. Think of this as just a trailer. We're giving you a sneak peek into the core ideas of this timeless classic. But trust me, there's so much more in the book. If you want to master these skills and dive deeper into the strategies we're about to cover, grab your own copy of How to Win Friends and Influence People. Alright, ready? Let's get into it. The big idea in this book? People want to feel important and appreciated. The more you can make others feel that way, the more they'll want to be around you and support you. And this isn't about being fake. It's about genuinely understanding human nature and building real connections. Think about the last time someone made you feel truly valued. How did that impact you? Now imagine being able to do that for others every day. One of Carnegie's most powerful lessons is, don't criticize, condemn, or complain. Think about it. When someone criticizes you, how do you feel? Not great, right? Criticism rarely makes people want to do better. In fact, it often makes them defensive. Let's say you're working on a project at your job, and a colleague makes a mistake that impacts your timeline. Instead of saying, "You messed this up," you could say, "I see what happened here. Let's work together to figure out a solution and avoid this in the future." By doing this, you're encouraging collaboration rather than focusing on blame. You can apply this at work when handling team projects, at home when managing family responsibilities, or even during community events where collaboration is key. Any fool can criticize, condemn, and complain, and most fools do. But it takes character and self-control to be understanding and forgiving. Next time you're frustrated with someone at work or home, will you try focusing on the solution instead of the mistake? Now, let's dive into 6 simple ways to make people like you. And no, these aren't tricks. These are genuine strategies for building meaningful connections. 1. Be genuinely interested in others. 2. Smile. 3. Remember people's names. 4. Be a good listener. 5. Talk in terms of the other person's interests. 6. Make the other person feel important. Let's say you're at a networking event, and you want to leave a positive impression. Instead of focusing on what you want to say, show genuine interest in others. Ask about their work, their passions, and listen actively. You'll be amazed at how quickly people warm up to you. Whether you're at a professional networking event, during job interviews, or even in social gatherings with new friends, these simple actions can help you form deeper, more meaningful connections. Remember that a person's name is, to that person, the sweetest sound in any language. Here's a challenge for you. Next time you meet someone new, try using their name in the conversation and see how they respond. Ever been in a meeting where no one seemed to agree with you? Carnegie's advice? The best way to win an argument is to avoid it. Arguments rarely change anyone's mind, but showing respect and being open to their views can. Respect the other person's opinions. Don't tell them they're wrong outright. And if you're wrong, admit it quickly. Let's say you're in a meeting and you propose an idea, but your colleague has a different approach. Instead of saying, "You're wrong," you could say, "That's an interesting perspective, I hadn't considered that. Here's what I think could work." You're showing respect for their view, while also introducing your own idea without conflict. This principle is especially useful during workplace meetings, negotiations with clients, or even when discussing family decisions where different perspectives come into play. If you want to gather honey, don't kick over the beehive. Next time you're in a disagreement at work or with a friend, will you try respecting the other person's viewpoint instead of trying to prove them wrong? Now let's dive into leadership. Being a leader isn't about giving orders, it's about helping others improve without making them feel bad. Carnegie's advice for effective leadership is all about guiding people while maintaining their confidence. Start with praise. Talk about your own mistakes before pointing out others. and give people a fine reputation to live up to. Imagine you're managing a team, and one of your team members consistently misses deadlines. Instead of calling them out harshly, you could say, "I know you're capable of great work, and we all rely on you. Let's figure out how to improve the timeline together." This approach encourages the person to step up without feeling attacked. You can apply this in leadership roles at work, when managing volunteers in community organizations, or even at home when guiding your family or children. Praise the slightest improvement and praise every improvement. Be hearty in your approbation and lavish in your praise. Who in your life could you encourage this week? Start with a compliment on their effort, and watch how it transforms their confidence. The key takeaway? How to win friends and influence people is all about understanding and appreciating others. Whether it's making someone feel important by remembering their name or showing respect during a disagreement, these principles can help you build stronger relationships and become a more influential person. Which of these principles do you think you could start using today? Could you listen more? Smile more? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for tuning in to Buzz Blast. Remember, this was just a sneak peek. There's so much more in How to Win Friends and Influence People, so if you're interested in learning the full story and getting more practical tips, grab a copy of the book. And if you found these tips helpful, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Until next time, keep blasting forward, stay curious, and always be kind. See you in the next video.